Okay, this is just something I kind of been wanting to do for a little bit. I saw Dave Moorfield, I think that's how you say his name. He is a freelance DP from Orlando, Florida, and he just does these little piece to cameras where he just him for the entire video talking to the camera about his business, what he wants to achieve and all that sort of thing. So I thought, it's kind of I can relate to him because he does a similar job to me, but in America. And I am based in Australia, so there's some similarities still across the board with doing video work, I think, and regardless of the country you're in. So yeah, I just wanted to do a little update because I haven't done a video on YouTube for a while now. Been doing some fishing stuff, but I've got this other channel, Artificial Offerings. I'll put the link below if you're into fishing. Go check it out. Give us a follow, that'd be great. A subscribe, like and subscribe. So I guess an update on what I've been doing this year. It's May 2026 and the start of this year up until now has been pretty busy for me. Still freelancing, doing photo and video, lots of hybrid shoots. So whether it's a hard one, sometimes the client doesn't know it, but when I get on location, I've been asked to do like a video for a full day for a job. And then when I rock up, sometimes they're like, "Oh, can you do photos too?" And it's like, "Oh yeah." I used to be like, "Yeah, I'll just do it, whatever, I'm included in my day rate." But I think as time gets on, I want to do a good job at both. So it's like I shouldn't be doing the photos for free if I'm not doing the video for free. So I just got to this point where I thought I just have to charge pretty much another day rate if I'm doing photos, because the usage they get out of photos is just as important for them as the video I'm doing for that client. So I think it's good for me because I make more money. So yeah, but I think it just took a little bit of like, I would and or I wouldn't charge that much just to do the extra photos, but it is a bit of work. Like I'm using an FX3 for my video work, and then I'll have an A7 IV, and then so I'm kind of swapping between the both, and then I'm editing all the photos like in Capture One and making them look as good as I can to like a pretty high standard, I think. So yeah, I think that's just been a good thing for my business, is getting those jobs. And I've just been doing a little bit of e-com shoots, some location stuff with existing clients, sort of little events, like I guess they're events. I go film the event on location, do a few pieces of cameras. I've got a format down and churn out like a highlights. Everyone wants a highlight, like Insta reel. So I usually try and do like a 30 to 60 second highlight reel. And then on top of that, I'll do my like 2-minute edit, 2.5-minute edit for them to use, mainly on LinkedIn. So that's where a lot of those longer form videos of mine go for the clients that I do work for. Talk about some gear, I guess, that I kind of got the end of last year. And this year, I haven't really bought much this year, which has been good. So one piece of gear I got was a Tarion Titan rig cart, and it's been really good. I ummed and ahed about it for a while, but I thought to have a collapsible cart, bit of a game changer when you're rocking up to a shoot and you can't always park like and unload super close to the job. So sometimes you've got to do a few trips. I'm sure every photographer knows this, especially if you got to set up using lights, a backdrop, C stands, and it's like 9 times out of 10, it's just me. So it's kind of annoying. And then one thing that made me not regret buying this cart is how you look when you turn up to a job and you've got this like professional looking cart with like big sturdy wheels on it. It's all black. I think there's 3 tiers on it, so you can just stack your pelican cases, your backpacks, your lights, your stands on it and push it smoothly to a job, and you're not like leaning to one side. This is one thing Dave Moorfield spoke about, is the optics of how you look when you get to a job, which, I mean, when 4 years ago when I first started, or 5 years ago, I'd never like thought about it that much, but I guess as you get a bit older, I'm 36 now, they're the things I guess people notice when you're especially going to like a corporate job, and then you just don't want to be like looking like a Sherpa with like backpacks, pelican cases, stands, sweating, having to do like multiple trips, and the client asking you, oh, do you need a hand? You just want to have your stuff neatly packed, as slim down as you can, and to have it on the cart and maybe do just one more trip to your car to get one more bag or 2 more bags that you can easily manage by yourself, and just makes things a lot neater, makes your workflow easier. And it just feels good, like putting all your gear there, your laptop if you're shooting tethered, and just having a station, a little setup that you can just, all your gear's there. You're not leaving stuff behind. It's all on your cart. So I'll put a photo of it up and link to where I bought it. I bought it from B&H. So I think it might have been like 1,200 Australian delivered, which was pretty good still, because most carts, I didn't want to spend $3,000 or $4,000. And I think for what it is it's been good. It's not the most amazing quality, but I think it does the job for my needs for a solo shooter most of the time. I have a client where I do a lot of drone work around high-rise buildings in built-up areas in Surfers Paradise and some other kind of built-up areas where I think to have an REPL for like 0 to 7 kilos is what I'm doing at the moment. I just did the first day of theory today. I think it's just more of a client wants me to get it as like a bit of a safety, just like makes us look better when I do work for him and his clients, so he can say no dramas, can put the drone up in this built up area, he's licensed, we're not being cowboys. So I've been meaning to do it, but it's just such a bit of an ordeal to find a place to do it for a good price and that doesn't take up a week of your time, where this one's 2 days of theory and then a day of practical so it's 2 days of online theory and then a day of practical, and the morning of the practical test where you're flying the drone, you do a sit-down test. So all up 3 days, which I think is pretty good. They're called Drone Star. I'll put the link below if anyone's looking at doing that REPL. Other thing, I guess, just with my freelance business is I'm always trying to like level up stuff, my videos, my photos, with like whether it's just gear, editing, delivery, all that sort of thing. And I did get another piece of gear I got as a 10mm Laowa lens that I've used a fair bit for events and just push in wide room shots with like a room full of people at like a big event. It's just a bit of a different angle. It looks pretty crazy, but when you've got a big room with like big projections of like logos of these corporate companies, like, and then people filling in a room and you're pushing in behind with a gimbal, it does look good. It's just different. So a different angle keeps things interesting for the clients and the videos. Those ones I don't normally edit. They're edited by someone else. But it's just more variations in shots for the editor to work with. Photo I've shot a couple of Airbnbs with it. It's pretty wide. I don't know. It's sharp, but it's just crazy wide. but definitely going to do some more testing with it and using it with like VNDs and my mist filter, my earth mist filter. So I'll try and get a video out on that, even though there's a heap of videos, but I'm keen to use it more. So that's the other piece of gear I've bought, and that's it. So I'm up here. So I'm currently in a hotel room on the Sunshine Coast because I have a client up here on the Sunshine Coast where I do a few shoots for, and tomorrow's an e-com shoot for, they do workwear, that sort of thing. Tomorrow's a day of e-commerce. I'll show you the setup that I do for e-commerce. I use A7 IV, shoot tethered with Capture One to my MacBook Pro, my LG monitor, 27-inch LG monitor, and then I think I have an Alien 51 tether cord, and then I just shoot directly to a Samsung T7 SSD, 2 terabyte one. And I use Godox 8400 Pro with Godox trigger. And usually like the studios have like a fair few lights that I'll just use to as like a hair light or a back, set up 2 background lights. After that, we're going inland a little bit to shoot some location stuff the next morning. So we're going to go out there that afternoon, that evening, stay the night, get up pretty early for sunrise, shoot half day, 4 or 5 hours, and then get out of there. And that's just all kind of candid location shots for them, just for web use and some banner in-store point of purchase. But it's pretty candid, run and gun, quick, banging out different styles that they're going to have, like different work shirts, different shorts, that sort of thing. So I don't usually shoot tethered for those location shoots. It's not, I'm not shooting high fashion. They're just after content really. So, I mean, I could shoot tethered. I'd probably get better images, but it would take longer. I wouldn't get through as much gear for them. And that client is just wanting to like, they're not too concerned on the imagery. They're just wanting to show off style, like each style. So I think being able to be quick and flexible with how you shoot like that, and it's just something working out with the client on their needs. And you kind of get an idea of like that they just want to like get through stuff pretty quickly. I mean, I feel like it's a good skill to have, just to be able to like chuck a shirt or work shirt or whatever hoodie on a model and then shoot with them for 5 minutes tops. Just get them in some good locations, sun behind them, flares, shooting into the sun, subject between you and the sun, that sort of thing. Always pretty good. But I'm going to try some stuff with the paper roll tomorrow and just see if they like it. So I always try and bring something to just keep things a bit creative and show that I'm trying to like up their level of content too. I think they appreciate it when you suggest something. Doesn't always go down well. They might not want it, but I feel like it's worth just showing that you're keen to bring some flavour, different ideas to the table for their shoots if they're getting you to kind of shoot again and again. So yeah, I've got my I've got a 10 bar 24 litre backpack that I bring with me everywhere, and that usually just has my A7 IV in it, 24 to 70 Sigma. I got one of these newer flashes actually. It is the Z2S Pro. That's been good, been really good. Just use it off camera, on camera, good for events, cheap. Sony 70 to 200 f4. It's the second version. I use that for the ecom, so you can do full body at 70mm, and then I'll punch in 200 or take it off the tripod and just get detail macro shots if they also want it on like woven labels, that sort of thing is really good. So 70 to 200 is a must for ecom. I'm trying to get it up here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll put in an overlay of it anyway. It's mainly just got V-mounts, FX3, monitor, Shinobi, Atomos Shinobi 2, and then I have a filter case just for all my VNDs, Miss Filters, step up rings. That's just a little Amazon bad boy. Chargers, card readers, I kind of swap them out, so I'll just run chop and change what I'm doing depending where I'm going with what job I'm doing. Sometimes I'm just taking the backpack, other times I'm just taking the Pelican case. So yeah. Last thing is, it's a hard one. You see all these like Instagrammy like video people going, oh, you should really, if you want to make heaps of money as a videographer, you got to find a niche. And you're kind of like, I do agree with that, but it's also a hard thing to do. Like, you've got to be really, really good at that niche, and it depends what niche you choose, because it could be really saturated and lots of people doing it. Not opposed to it, but yeah, it's a hard thing. Sometimes you've just got to take what work's going if you want to get work. But I really want to get more into shooting fishing content. Yeah, mainly fishing content for brands. I've got some mates that are like good fishers. So yeah, I kind of want to try and get more of a foot in the door doing that stuff, because I love being outside. I love fishing. So shooting, fishing is one thing I kind of want to like narrow in a bit more on, so I can, yeah, just have a bit more fun, get and try and get more into that side of things. But I feel like it's a pretty hard thing to do. So yeah, but I want to get more into the like I have done a fair bit of outdoor shooting. Like, I do shoot a lot of outdoor stuff, but I want to do more of it. So I'm doing maybe less of my corporate client stuff. So I want to be doing more outdoor stuff, relying more on outdoor work, as it's something I just love to shoot and want to do more of. So that's where I'm going to try and push, but I'm finding it's just a matter of time building up shots. I'm shooting whenever I can, doing stuff for free for mates that fish and that sort of thing, which doesn't bother me. So yeah, I'm just trying to get more into that. And that's the update for 2026 May. I'll try and do another one of these, but yeah, thanks for watching.